Alright guys, what is going on? Oink here, and today we have some brand new seasonals because of course it is Thursday, and today's seasonals are the 750 performance points real circuit tour. Now the format is a little bit different to normal, which is nice to see. They've mixed up, instead of having 4 random circuits plus a custom, they've got 5 of the real world tracks in Gran Turismo. The entry requirements are 750 performance points with max racing hard tyres. The cars you're generally going to be facing off against are Le Mans cars. Another nice thing about this event actually is that you've got Twin Ring Matigian circuit Spa de Francorchamps, as well as Sukubo Indy Road Course and Circuit of the South, but those last two are DLC tracks, and I believe if you don't have the DLC you can still play them, so it's quite nice. You can get to drive the DLC ones even if you don't have it, get to maybe decide if you want to get them if you don't already. They are good fun, so I would recommend it, but yeah, it's quite nice that they do that. I do like that is how it works. I've gone with the Mazda 787B race car. This is premium, so if you don't have it you can of course buy this straight from the dealership. It comes in at about 5 million. With the turbo it's about 715 performance points. I haven't shown my setup because I've left absolutely everything at stock except from equipping a turbo. That guy was real mad about me overtaking him on the outside there and just shunted me off. I have no idea what he was trying to achieve by doing that. These events, even by being sort of 35-40 performance points under the target performance points, I mean, it was still very, very easy. The only difficulty really with this event is the fact that driving a Le Mans car, especially if you're someone who likes to not use all the traction control and skid recoveries and all of those aids like that, if you're someone who doesn't like to use those, these cars can be a bit of a handful just to keep on the track and not spinning in circles and whatnot, so you will have to concentrate on your driving, but I mean it should be very, very easy on the whole. Generally my laps weren't that consistent and doing that quite a lot, for example, and still managing to win with fairly relative ease. That one I actually overtook the guy in the 6th lap, but I probably could have caught him easily in the 5th if I had been doing some consistently decent laps. So next on to Indy then, again with no problems here. One thing I should point out is that if you accelerate too quickly with this car you will end up spinning, or at least oversteering and losing control a lot, so just be really sort of careful with your accelerator control and whatnot, and as long as you don't, I think you'd probably have to make like 5 bad mistakes to put yourself in a chance of not winning any of these events. So even if you do end up going horrendously wrong, you probably don't need to bother restarting the race or anything, just run it through to the end and it seems likely that you'll win. Again, with some really rough laps, I took the guy at the end of lap 4, so a whole lap of chilling in first place does the trick for me. If I skip one lap ahead to the end and I cross the line there, we'll move on to Circuit to the South. We've got 3 laps of this, so this is quite long. I mean, if you wanted to, you could change your transmission. I didn't bother just because I really couldn't be asked to bring up the screen. I think I was peaking at my rev limiter at about 220, so I mean you could whack it up a little bit if you felt the need to do that. One thing actually that should be noted is there are actually penalties on this. If you do severe corner cutting, or if you crash into someone, if you collide with someone at a reasonable speed, you will be penalised. Now they're generally only 4 or 5 second penalties, and again similar to if you were to spin out once or twice, you can easily get away with getting a few penalties and still having relative ease to win the race. But it is worth just noting, you can't just fly through all of the chicanes and stuff like that, and with those little sort of off-track areas that you get on the various courses. I'm not sure if it applied to all of them. I only picked up a penalty once or twice when I just went a little bit too close to the edge of the track. Most of the times it wasn't even cutting a corner, it was just GT5's corner cutting system being a bit crazy and telling me I'd been penalised even though I didn't even leave the track or something, like something really annoying like that. But just watch out in areas like that, for example, you'll get a penalty if you skip it. Like I said, I don't know if it's on all of the tracks, because for example on a track like this, on Twin Ring Matigi, there's not really anywhere which is going to save you time by cutting or anything like that, so and I wasn't trying to at any point deliberately do it, so it may well have penalties on all of the tracks, but I know for sure that there were on Spa and Circuit de la South. I'm not sure about the others, as I said, but it shouldn't really make a difference, to be honest, at the end of the day. These are, again, very easy events. This one in particular, if you're looking for some easy credits, I kind of bugged it up by spinning round in a circle or something on lap 2, but I actually caught the guy in first place, as you can see here, on the end of lap 2. Now, I don't have my 200% credits anymore because I've been using my other account quite a bit. I haven't really been playing that much on this account, so I don't have the 200%, but I reckon if you lowered your performance points down to the very minimum it could be, and you had 200%, you could easily be getting, well, I'm going to say close to 5 million a race there, if you don't make any mistakes, if you just nail that one. 5 million I reckon would be easily doable. If we move on to our last one then, this is Spa-Francorchamps, and I mean, it's quite a long one. We've got 5 laps of this, and it is not a short track, that's for sure, so do your best. I mean, I can see that maybe on this one, if you were to run into the sand too many times, that you might end up, I don't know, somehow struggling. I mean, I catch first end of lap 3 here. Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely you're gonna lose any of these, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just some good credits and a bit of fun just to race on these. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video anyway, and I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Peace.